Alltel Stadium, ready to rock here in Jacksonville, Florida. Another season is drawing near its close, and each of today's teams would love nothing better than to add another victory to their record before its conclusion, as the visiting team square off against the Jaguars. Al Michaels and John Madden here to broadcast this one, brought to you by EA Sports, the company that defines football.
You talk about a quarterback who can lead his team to victory. This guy has all the tools you look for. Great arm, pocket presence, and the ability to hit a receiver anywhere on the field. There's not too many like this guy, and we could see him put up big numbers in this one.
The Jaguars have some good receivers, too, and it's a big reason for his success passing. Now, this is his favorite target, and when you see what he can do with a football in his hands, it's easy to understand why. Coaches have told us that they wanted to get him some catches early in the game, so we'll have to see if they stick to that game plan.
Wow, those guys got to be careful not to get all tired out doing that. You got to save some of that intensity and energy for the game.
Let's go to midfield for the coin toss. They're lined up and let's get back to the action on the field. Knight in to kick this one off.
Kicking off to start the game. Number 83, back deep to return.
Nice distance. From the 4. And they're ready to go on offense for the first time. The backs are lined up in an I. Stevens read that play perfectly. They might have lost a couple.
He didn't go for the misdirection at all. He followed the ball and got in there to make the play very quickly.
Second and long coming up here. Ball on their own 17. Leftwich with a man in motion. Handed off to the back. Good gain of about 7 on that play. Byron Leftwich.
John, it looks like this is a one-sided matchup. One of the top quarterbacks in the league against a pass defense that hasn't been able to stop anybody to this point.
Well, I think it all comes down to this secondary. They don't have great team speed, so they have to keep everything in front of them. I think that may be a tough deal.
Closing in with the throw. 4th down now after the incomplete pass.
96 on the coverage.
So 3 and out, and they'll line up to punt. Here's the punt. He can't hang on to the kick. The visiting team grab the live ball. What have you heard, Melissa?
I caught up with Coach Del Rio as his team was coming onto the field. And he said that when they were breaking down film this week, they were able to pick up a couple of different things that he's hoping they'll be able to exploit in this one. Al?
Thanks, Melissa. Morgan sets up. They'll pass on 1st down. Under pressure, gets rid of it, and he's stopped at the 47-yard line. And they beat the blitz on a good throw.
He read the blitz, and he got rid of the ball very quickly. This is the kind of guy you love to have behind center. The kind of guy that won't get rattled when he feels a big rush coming.
So they'll lose yardage on that tackle by Stroud. Nowhere to throw at that time.
Nowhere to run either. He's got to do a better job of reading the defense before the snap. Then get the ball out to your check down receiver before the rush can get to you.
About 4 to go. Ball on their own 44. Smith, the lone setback. Just about a yard on the run. Elliott lines up deep for the punt return. Here's the punt. And he waves for the fair catch.
That's a good job of getting downfield by the cover team to force the fair catch.
First and 10. Taylor in the backfield.
Ball on the 14-yard line.
Pressure coming. Throws it to the 20. And he stopped at the 22. Owens ran a nice route on that pass play.
These days, offenses rely on a short, quick pass, and the receiver gaining lots of yards after the catch.
And 1. Ball on the 22-yard line.
Here comes the heat. Tiger up. Set.
He hands it off. Pressure with the pass. He hits his receiver. He recognizes the blitz and gets the ball out for a first down.
Yeah, and he saw a good matchup. He made a heck of a throw to get the ball to his receiver.
So they have first and 10 here.
Fire out. We'll see.
Taylor lines up behind his fullback and beyond. Incomplete. The incomplete pass bringing up second down.
Number 40, the intended receiver on the play.
Only one man in the backfield.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Closing in. Gets rid of it with the adjustment. Leftwich hit his target, and they have a first down.
This guy makes the tough catches look easy.
It's first and 10. Fifth play of this drive. Taylor. Running back picks up about 7 yards. Only one man back.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
Bring that plane, baby.
Hand off to the tailback. Good gain there and a first down.
If the defense keeps giving up runs like that for first downs, they'll have to make some adjustments to slow this guy down.
The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him.
On the 36-yard line.
Under pressure, gets the pass off. The 20. Right on the mark there to move the chains.
And the thing is, the secondary looked a little on their heels on that one. They just couldn't converge on the ball in time, and now they get a whole new set of downs.
So they have first and 10 here.
That's all you. Bring the pain. Come on, partner.
Drops back with the throw. Nice adjustment. He's running solid routes and making catches, and that one is his 4th of the day. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Leftwich gets set. Pressure coming. Gets the pass off. Touchdown, Jaguars. And a great throw for the touchdown.
Yeah, he threw that where only the receiver could get it.
The kicking team heads out onto the field. And it's up. And he picks on the extra point. And so the offense is able to drive the majority of the field and finish with a touchdown.
Well, football is all about trusting your teammates to make good decisions out there in the heat of the battle. When you can do that, everybody starts firing on all cylinders, and you can come up with drives like the one we just saw.
The kickoff team lines up.
Is lined up for the kickoff. Number 84, back to return.
Sends it short. From the 9-yard line. The offense takes over after they were 3 and out on their last possession.
On the return.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 25. Smith is the deep
They'll
back.
take over at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10.
Pressure, gets rid of it, and the catch is made. Excellent gain on 1st down.
These guys are just out there playing a little pitch and catch. They make it look easy.
The backs are lined up in an I.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Using motion. They give it to the halfback. Smith was stuffed on that play, John.
They're just relentless when the offense decides to run the ball. They break down blocks very quickly. And they do a good job maintaining their gap assignments, limiting cutback opportunities.
3rd down and 3 coming up. Ball on their own 32. Crosses it out to the left.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
Not much there. Maybe a yard.
1-yard gain on the play.
Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here. And he signals for the fair catch.
He did the right thing, concentrated and caught the ball.
Going to the air on 1st down. Closing in with the pass. He just couldn't bring that one in.
I just don't know how you lose focus in a football game.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 30. Taylor, the lone back.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line.
Under pressure with the throw. The 50. Amazing play by Kramer.
And that's the type of thing that can happen when you get this guy the ball. He's going to move the ball, and he's going to move it with speed.
Loose it. Either way. Got it.
Leftwich sets up.
Get at him, D.
Pass play here on 1st down. Pressure coming. Gets the pass off. It looked like he'd come up with it, but he just couldn't get it under control.
He did a nice job of getting off the line and getting into his pass pattern. But he had the ball bounce right off his fingertips.
Only one man back. Pressure. Throws it with the adjustment. They brought the heat, but it was a good throw.
Yeah, he read the defense, and he got out of there quickly. But you got to give some of the credit to the receiver in this play. He saw the blitz was coming, and he made the right read so the quarterback had something to throw to.
They give it to the halfback. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
1-yard gain on the play.
So this will be a 48-yard attempt from the 38-yard line. The kick is up. The kick is good. Hansen comes in to kick off.
Lined up for the kickoff. Number 84 back to return.
Not a bad kick. They'll set up for the return. From the 8. Nothing happened for the offense on their last drive as they went 3 and out.
On the return.
They'll go from the I formation.
Start the drive at the 24-yard line. First and 10.
Set.
Closing in. Slings it to the outside. Stiff arm to the ground. A short screen pass there.
When you use a screen play to get some good yardage, you want to make sure that the guy getting the ball is quick so he can make some moves to get into the open field.
7 yards to go. Ball on their own 27. Jacksonville has started off quickly as the first quarter comes to an end with the score 10-0. The teams have switched sides and will start the second quarter. Only one man in the backfield.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
Set.
Pushes it out to the left.
The offensive line must have forgot to wear cleats because they're just going backwards.
Dropping back. Under pressure. Gets the pass off. The 30.
Now this is one heck of a play. Look at it. You're in a hole here on third down. And they come through with this perfect play that gets them a first and keeps the drive going.
Smith, the deep back. He gets the carry. Rosen runs him over. Big opening. The 30. A great pass and a great run after the catch.
Well, you talk about a defense breaking down. Here they give them enough time to get the long pass off. Then they let him catch it, and they let him run for a long game.
First and 10.
Eagle left. Let's go. Ball.
Pressure coming with the throw. Incomplete. That looked like a catch until he got nailed.
Yeah, jarred that ball right out of there.
Give it all you got, D. Come on. Poke out right. Ain't got nothing. You got it.
Using motion.
Catch the ball, man. Fire up. You at him.
Decent gain, about 4. They come out in a dime package. Pressure, stepping up, throwing, and he makes the grab. So they're able to pick up another first down.
And this offense is clicking. They're making the right calls at the right time.
Come on now. Here comes the heat. Poke out right. Get him up.
Going to the left. Gain of a couple on that carry. Now let's have a look at what our runners have done up to this point. Second down, goal to go.
Drop back. Drop. Fire out. You got him.
Quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Pickup of about a yard on the run.
On the play, 1-yard gain on the play.
He's done. Yeah.
Morgan sets up, drops back, closing in, throwing. Didn't get much.
34 with the tackle. 1 yard loss on the play.
Burrow, an attempt to put up the first points of the day. And it's on its way. A nice kick, and it's good. Knight is back and ready to put this one in the air. Not a real deep kick. Should be returned. From the 11-yard line. The offense goes back out onto the field after picking up a field goal on their last drive. They'll go from the I formation. Pass play here on first down. Under pressure. Gets the pass off.
Watch this one again. He's trying to make the catch, and the defender comes in there and just unloads on him. But he's still able to hold on to it for a heck of a play.
It's second down and 9 to go. Ball on their own 25. Leftwich with a man in motion.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
Hand it off. Breaks free of the defender. Carries it for 6 yards on that play.
Gain of 6 on the play. Third and 2. Ball on the 32-yard line.
Tosses it out to the right. Clears the defender. Taylor picked up good yardage and a first down on that run.
The line did a great job there of blocking the backside pursuit, which helped him get the first down.
So they have first and 10 here. Ball on their own 37.
Come on, partner. Get him out. You got him. You got him.
With the carry. And the halfback picks up about 3. They line up in the I formation. With the throw. Incomplete pass. He had plenty on that pass, but it was off target.
He has to learn to take a little bit off it sometime. You don't want to try and guide it in there or put it up for grabs, but you also need to give your guy a chance to catch the ball.
Dropping back, pressure coming, guns it left side. He couldn't come up with the interception.
I'll tell you, he did almost everything right on that one. He was able to read the quarterback's eyes. He got himself in good position to make the interception. When it got to him, just bounced off his hand.
Renfro into return. Here's the kick. There's a flag on the play. He's waving for the fair catch.
Holding on the offense. Penalty is declined. First down.
First and 10. Morgan gets set. Tosses it out to the left. And he's brought down in the backfield by Miller.
Personal foul. Face mask on the defense.
Penalties and takeaways are just as big a factor in some games as effective offense. The team that stays mistake-free usually wins the game.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 25. They'll pass on 1st down. Pressure, throwing. No catch. He was out of bounds.
As a quarterback, you're supposed to put the ball where only the receiver can get it. I think somebody should have told him that he also needs to keep it in bounds.
2nd and 10. All on the 25-yard line.
Hand it off to the back. Just about a 3-yard gain there. As they get ready for this 3rd down play, we'll take a look at how they've done today.
3rd down is when you want your players to dig deep and make a clutch play. When you convert, it gives your defense a little extra rest, and it gives your offense a fresh set of downs to work with.
5-yard gain on the play.
The punter heads in again for the 3rd time today. Here's the punt. From the 26-yard line. They'd like to add a few more points to this lead, but will need to do a good job with clock management. So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on their own 27. Leftwich gets set. Closing in. Rid of it.
Now this is what a receiver with great concentration can do for you. He makes a catch and he knows he's going to get nailed. But he does a heck of a job of holding on to it and bringing it down. The defense can't afford to take too many gambles by going for a pick when they should just try and knock it down. One mistake can lead to a big play for the offense.
Under pressure, throws it, the 50, the 40. Perfect pass leading to extra yardage after the catch.
The receiver found a seam in the defense, allowing him to make the catch and pick up some extra yardage before the defense was able to catch him. Being in range like this, they probably want to conserve some time so they can get a score. They don't want to let the other guys have much time to do anything.
Pass play here on 1st down. Pressure coming with the pass. The receiver was able to get that pass under control and bring it into his body for the reception.
There's nothing that receiver can't do out there. This might be a place where they come out in a passing formation, but actually run the ball to catch him off guard.
Pressure with the throw. Hits his receiver in stride. They convert for the 1st down on that throw.
What a throw. He put everything he had into that one.
They're right where they'd like to be, and that's in position to change this score before the half. They're probably going to take it easy and mix it up a little. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line. Taylor in the backfield. Owens moves in motion.
Here come the heat.
Jacksonville will call a timeout here. That's their 2nd. And now a 2nd down play as they continue to try to get into the end zone rather than settling for a field goal before the half. Closing in, throwing. He hits his receiver. Touchdown, Jaguars. And he's able to get open in the end zone. Great play.
The defense just seemed to lose track of him down there. They have to do a better job keeping the play in front of them so that that kind of thing doesn't happen.
Boyd comes in for the extra point. And it's up. And the extra point is good. Here's the kickoff team.
Jacksonville is lined up for the kickoff. Number 84, back to return.
Short kickoff. From the 11-yard line. And they're about ready to get this drive started after the last series ended with a punt.
They got to have good clock management if they want to get some points in this drive. And if they can get some, it'll be a big help for them going into half.
The drive at the 23-yard line. First and 10.
Cowboy. Set.
Morgan sends a man in motion. To the air on first down. Throwing short to the right side. And he is bumped out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Loss of around 2. They'll have to move the ball downfield quickly through the air to try to score before the half. Second and long. Under pressure, throwing. This pass is incomplete. That incomplete pass will bring up third down.
Here's the defense's chance to put an end to this drive. The defensive lineman will be in a full pass rush. So let's see if the guys up front can prevent the sack.
Drops back with the pass. This one falls incomplete. The incomplete pass brings up fourth down.
The intended receiver on the play.
So they'll line up the punt after going 3 and out. Here's the kick. Could be a good return here. A nice return there.
That was good blocking. The returner was able to find some open space and make the most of it.
They're trying to move the ball downfield and increase their lead before halftime. The ball is right at midfield. Leftwich gets set. Pass play here on first down with the throw. This pass is incomplete. No pass reception on that play, John, and that's surprising considering his reputation.
He's always been able to catch a ball. He has soft hands and good body control. He ran a good route, and the quarterback made the right read. He just didn't bring it in.
Pressure coming. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Henning displayed excellent anticipation.
That's what you look for. You have guys watch film each week. You try and figure out where he likes to go with the ball in certain situations. Then when you face that situation in the game, you're right there in position to knock the pass away or force an interception. The quarterback doesn't want to force one to get the first. There's a whole nother half to play, and there's no need to try and get it all on this drive.
Breaks away from the tackler. He did a nice job to bring that one in.
When you make tough grabs like that, the other team really has to dig in there and play some tight coverage.
Hansen is looking for a good punt here.
At the end of the first half, the score is Jacksonville 17, the away team 3.
As we get set for the kickoff, here's a look at the halftime stats.
The home team is lined up for the kickoff. Number 40, back to return.
It's on its way. From the 1.
Been a rough start to this game, but they still have enough time to turn it around.
On the return. The home team will start the drive at the 18-yard line. First and 10.
Get in there, Zed.
Drops back. Pressure with the throw. Breaks free. That pass didn't have much behind it.
It wasn't pretty, but when you look at the statistics, it's not how pretty it was, it's how many first downs you pick up.
First and 10. Ball on their own 32.
Give it all you got.
Passing on first down. Closing in. Gets rid of it. The defender brings him down at the 40-yard line. Second and short upcoming after a good pickup through the air.
Right here is one of those situations where you can pretty much open up the whole playbook. You can go with the play fake and look for something deep, or you can just run the ball. Just about anything is an option.
Man in motion.
Sideline to sideline. Bulldog under.
Stevens picks up just enough. Flawless execution running the count at that time. And the result, a first down. It's first and 10. Ball on their own 44. Under pressure. Breaking free. Steamrolls the defender.
Watch. Now the key to this first down was the fact that the defense lost containment on the quarterback. He's out there running around, and that time it got him a first down.
Bring the pain. We'll see.
Smith in the backfield, using motion.
46-yard line.
Smith, pressure coming. He tried to turn it upfield, but didn't have much luck there, John.
Yeah, but the defense stayed at home on that play, and they stopped him before he could go too far.
They'll go from the I formation.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
Marcus Stroud now has 2 sacks in the game.
It's his combination of strength and speed that's allowed him to get those sacks.
It's now 3rd and long after the sack. Jacksonville comes out in their nickel package. Flings it to the outside. Good pass and catch there as he records his 3rd reception of the game.
The defense better start watching this guy because he's been getting some room to work with out there. And if they don't, they might wish they had, because he's the kind of guy who can really take over a game.
Knight is trying to pin them close to their goal line. Here's the punt. Fair catch called for.
There was no need to try and return that one. So he made the right decision there.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on their own 13. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. To the 20. Taylor covered some good ground there.
Hey, nice job up front, holding their blocks and allowing him to get a good run for a first down.
First and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line.
Going to the air on first down. Throwing short to his left. He's taken down at the 29-yard line. And he had to jump very high to grab that one.
And that was just great concentration because he timed his jump just right.
2nd and 6. Ball on their own 29. Using motion. Pressure. Throws it. The defense has it. Big opening. He's at the 20. Touchdown, visiting team. Well, he's shaken up after that play, and we'll get you a report from the sideline when we get the information. Burrow comes in to attempt the point after. The kick is up, and he checks on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team.
Is lined up for the kickoff. Number 83.
And it's a short kickoff. From the 11. Loses the defense. The defense did a nice job the last time around forcing the interception. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Tosses it out to the right. What a collision. Good play in the backfield by number 50. Penalty marker down.
Got an inadvertent face mask on the defense.
He got his hand on the face mask there, and it cost him.
That defender almost pulled his helmet right off.
Eight to go. Ball on their own 37. Another run. Kept it on the ground, picks up about 7.
7-yard gain on the play.
About 2 to go. Ball on their own 43.
Come on, tee up. Set. Hit him low. Get in there. Fire out. Here comes the heat.
They give it to the halfback, closing in. Great play in the backfield. Good idea bringing the blitz.
That was a heck of a play. I think he felt the rush coming. He just couldn't get out of there quickly enough.
Hansen is back to punt. Here's the kick. He fields the punt and has an open field. He picks up a few yards on the return.
Nope, the coverage team had him wrapped up before he could do anything with it.
They'll take over at the 24-yard line. First and 10.
Morgan gets set.
Watch the flat.
Under pressure, flings it to the outside. And that brings up second down.
Number 31, the intended receiver on the play.
Bust his grill. Get out of there.
Only one man in the backfield. Pressure coming, throwing. Pass ball's incomplete. McKenzie made a great defensive play, tipping the pass away.
He has to do a better job of looking off the coverage before he makes a throw like that.
The Jaguars come out with 3 down linemen and 7 defensive backs. Drops back, steps up with the throw. This pass is incomplete. He's having a tough time getting anything going in this drive.
You have to give credit to the defense out there. Those last few times he dropped back to throw, he didn't look comfortable. And that's because they did a good job confusing him with their schemes and their coverages.
So 3 and out, and they'll line up to punt. Here's the punt. From the 32-yard line. He didn't have much to work with, but still got away a decent return.
Hey, even if it doesn't seem like much, positive yards on a return is better than nothing.
So they have first and 10 here.
We'll see.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Just about a yard on the run. The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
It's the toss to the left. And a fumble. The visiting team. Great play by the defense to recover the fumble.
Yeah, they were right there to jump on the ball.
Following the turnover now, it's 1st and 10. So what we're looking for here is whether one of his knees hit the ground before the ball came out.
And sometimes it's hard for the official because there can be a whole bunch of bodies around the ball carrier, and he can't get a good enough view to overturn it.
The call on the field is overturned. No timeout will be charged to Jacksonville.
So the coach looks a lot smarter after getting the play reversed in his team's favor.
Hey, if you can get a call like that changed, then it's worth the risk of losing a timeout.
Here's a 3rd and long situation. Ball on their own 38. Leftwich sets up. Drops back. Pressure with the pass. This one falls incomplete. Pretty good pass, but that's incomplete.
That's a little surprising. The receivers coach has been spending extra time with all his guys on offense working on mechanics and their technique. He told me that he's seen a big improvement, but a big drop on 3rd down like that shows that they still need a little more work.
They're going to kick it here as the punter heads in for the 4th time. Here's the kick. From the 21. He had a good return.
Boy, the coverage team is going to need to do better because he could take the next one all the way.
The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him.
34-yard line. 1st and 10.
Pass play here on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Hits his receiver in stride. That'll move the chains, John.
Yeah, when you put together a great pass with a heck of a catch, that's exactly what you're going to get.
First and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Give it all you got, D. Come on. Set.
With the pass. Number 86 is doing a good job finding the open area in the coverage, and that's his 3rd catch. Only one man in the backfield.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
Hand it off. Only a yard by the halfback. Closing in, launches it across the middle. Incomplete. He got his hands on it, but the pass was incomplete.
Well, the quarterback did his job, and he delivered the ball right to him. He's going to have some explaining to do in the huddle.
He's been on the sideline loosening up, and yep, here he comes for the 7th time. And he waves for the fair catch. Past the goal line, no return here. So they have 1st and 10 here. The defensive line wins that battle.
And the thing is, that's where it all starts, with alignment. And whoever can take control and dominate in the trenches is going to have a huge advantage over their opponent. The
backs are lined up in an I. So we've reached the end of the third quarter with the Jaguars ahead of the visiting team.
17-10.
The teams are set for the fourth quarter of play. Drops back, under pressure, throws it over the middle. He found a soft spot in the defense and was right there to make the catch.
The thing about a pass like that is it cuts down on the time the defender has to react to where the ball's heading.
They need 5. Ball on their own 25. Leftwich sets up. Throwing short to his left. Behind him, and he has it. He didn't make it, and it brings up 4th down.
That's the kind of mental error that drives coaches crazy. As a receiver, you got to be aware of where you are in the field and where you have to go to get the first down.
Offense couldn't get it done, and they'll line up to punt. Here's the punt. Fair catch.
Hey, no reason to take a chance and risk a fumble. Smart move there by the returner.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him.
At the 29-yard line. First and 10.
Stay after him. Set. Hut. We'll see.
Pressure coming. And I'm sure we're going to see a lot more blitzing before this one's over.
I know that I would. He struggles when he's facing pressure up the middle. So bringing extra guys trying to get additional pressure could be very effective strategy.
Now in 2nd and long after the sack. Morgan sets up, drops back, pressure, gets the pass off, nearly intercepted. I thought that was about to be picked off, John.
Yeah, I think everyone else was thinking the same thing. You don't get a better chance at an interception than he had right there.
3rd down and long coming up here. Ball on their own 25. Looking to run it here. Setting up play action. The defender's got it. Has room. He got that ball off a tip.
Yeah, the ball got wrapped around and fell right into his hand.
So following the interception, they'll set up shop with excellent field position. Taylor is the deep back.
At the 19-yard line. First and 10.
Passing on 1st down. Closing in with the pass. Not much touch on that pass.
He may have tried to put a little too much oomph on that throw.
The backs are lined up in an eye. Under pressure. Fumble. Loose ball. The Jaguars recover. And you know the defense is very angry at that missed opportunity.
That guy was right there to make the recovery.
3rd and long. Ball on the 27-yard line.
They got nothing.
Hand it off to the back. Pickup of about a yard in the run.
1-yard gain on the play.
So they're lining up for the kick. This will be a 42-yard attempt. And it's up. The kick sails through the uprights. 3 more points added to the board with that successful kick, his 2nd so far. As we take a look at his success returning kicks, we get ready for the kickoff. And the kickoff team comes out onto the field.
Number 84, back to return.
Booming kick downfield. Lays into him with a stiff arm. The last drive ended with an interception. So let's see what happens as they take over again. First and 10. Ball on their own 19. Using motion.
Hit him low. That all you got?
Not much there. Maybe a yard.
1 yard gain on the play.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him.
On the 19-yard line.
Goes with a short pass to the right side. And he steps out of bounds at the 18-yard line. No gain. So it's third down and long. Ball on their own 18. McDonald goes in motion. Pressure coming with the pass. And it's caught.
Now this is one heck of a play. Look at it. They're in a hole here on third down. And they come through with this perfect play that gets them a first and keeps the drive going. This back loves to hit the defenders when they come close in for the tackle. He sees the hit coming, lowers his shoulder, and then boom! The defender's left lying there in his back.
They can't complete that short pass, and it's second down.
Receiver on the play.
They'll go from the I formation.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
Get at him, Pete.
Pressure, throwing. Ooh, nearly picked off. He easily could have taken that one all the way back.
He's back in his zone. He's reading. He sees the quarterback the whole way, and then he gets a chance at an interception. He just didn't finish the play.
Here is a third and long situation. Ball on their own 37. Morgan sets up. Drops back. Gets the pass off. Perfect throw. Great move. And he's brought down at the 43-yard line. No problem picking up the first.
Yeah, you know, we talk about putting a ball on a guy. The quarterback put that ball on the receiver perfectly.
The quarterback lines up with 2 options behind him.
On the 43-yard line.
Looking to run it here. Down he goes at the 42-yard line. Rumbles ahead for a yard, maybe 2. It's second down and 9 to go. Ball on the 42-yard line. Closing in. The defense relentless. They've taken the quarterback down 4 times. And they'll face a long third down here. Ball on the 42-yard line. And this is the 9th play of this drive. Throwing short to the right side. Trying to convert through the air, but the pass was off the mark.
On the cover.
Seven defensive backs in on this one.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Using motion. Dropping back. Throwing. The pass falls incomplete, so they can't convert and turn it over on downs.
At this point in the game, they need a big play. Sometimes high risk equals high reward. They might try a different play next time.
First and 10. Left twitch. Get set. Hand off to the tailback. They blitz and it backfired.
Yeah, that's a chance you take. You're hoping to get some penetration and hit him in the backfield. But if you miss, there isn't a lot of help at the next level to keep him from picking up the first down.
First and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Cowboy! Sideline to sideline.
They give it to the halfback, the 40. Taylor continues to assert himself with a running game. Second and a deuce. Ball on the 37-yard line. Taylor couldn't get out of the backfield.
That was just a defensive line getting lower than the offensive line. When your defensive guys up front can control the line of scrimmage, it makes it very difficult to move the ball on offense.
Third and 4. Ball on the 39-yard line.
Come on, get up.
2-minute warning coming up.
Stay after him. To the left. Tiger out.
Taylor. That's a 3-yard gain.
On the run, 3-yard gain on the play.
And we've reached the 2-minute mark. They'll have to really get it because it'll be about a 53-yard attempt. And it's on its way. And so that kick is good. And he bangs it through again. His third successful field goal attempt. Renfro, he's back for the kickoff as we take a quick glance at his return numbers. Here's the kickoff team.
Jacksonville is lined up for the kickoff. Number 40 back deep to return.
Good distance. From the 8-yard line. The visiting team will start the drive from the 24. The defense is trying to force a turnover, which would put an end to this game right now. So they have first and 10 here. Ball on their own 24. Morgan goes to work with an empty backfield. Under pressure, good play in the backfield by Douglas. Now in second and long after the sack. Pressure coming. And the quarterback's on the ground as the linebacker got in there.
Yeah, when you're facing a defense that can bring heat in the backfield like that, it's always a good idea to have some sort of hot receiver. Maybe a back going out in the flat so you have a place to dump it to. Here's a no huddle. It's a good way to keep the defense off balance.
Pressure with the pass. Almost picked off. The offense turns the ball over on downs.
Yeah, but now you almost have to try for it. When you talk about fourth down situations, this is what you're talking about. Of course, now they give the ball back, and you talk about failed fourth down conversions.
This one is just about in the books. So they have first and 10 here. Ball on the 26-yard line.
Back off, DBs. They got nothing.
Left twitch. Sets up. Hands it off to the back. He goes down at the 27-yard line. Taylor didn't have much to work with on that running play.
That's because the defense did a good job anticipating the snap count. With an aggressive defense like this, a hard count could be an effective way to keep them off balance. while trying to draw him off sides.
Here come the heat.
Hand it off. Into it. The visiting team call a timeout. They have one timeout remaining.
I'm guessing this should be a run. The defense can't be lollygagging around, because if they are and they give up a first, this one's over.
The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him.
Ball on the 18-yard line.
Hand it off to the fullback. The visiting team call a timeout. They have none left. Trying to take time off the clock with the lead. What do you think, John? Are they a little too conservative here?
But maybe you want to give the other team as little time as possible. They're pretty comfortable running it, and falling short of the first isn't a big deal because you keep the clock moving.
So as the game winds down, we'll see the place kicker. And it's up. The attempt is good. He's been good on 4 field goal attempts. Renfro. He's back for the kickoff as we take a quick glance at his return numbers. The kickoff team lines up.
Is lined up for the kickoff. Number 84, back to return.
Short kick. He didn't get much of that one. From the 10-yard line.
It sure doesn't look like they're going to be able to come back in this one. But it's an issue of pride. They want to prove that they're better than they've played so far.
They'll start the drive at the 22-yard line. First and 10.
You got him.
Closing in. Throws it. Almost intercepted. Very lucky that wasn't intercepted.
That's the thing. That was a perfect opportunity to make a big play for his defense. He lets it go as an incomplete pass rather than an interception. They're going to make the quarterback keep throwing because it's the only way that they have a shot at coming back.
Hit him low. Hit the ball.
Smith is the deep back.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
Dropping back. Under pressure. Gets the pass off. A little off target, but boy, he never hesitated on that pass.
That was quite a throw. This guy's been blessed with a golden arm.
The coach is having them hurry it up. He'll stop the clock with the spike. They have to move him down quickly here on second down. 2nd and 10. Using motion. Blitz is coming. With the throw, almost got it. John, it looked like that was going to be a turnover.
Yeah, he started thinking about how he was going to take it back the other way and make a big play for the defense. He just forgot to bring the ball with him.
The Jaguars come out with one linebacker and several defensive backs. 5th play of this drive. Breaking through. Still running. Pulls him over. It's 1st and 10. Spike stops the clock. Seven defensive backs in on this one.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
Eagle left. Get at him. Set.
Throws it. The pass falls incomplete. 3rd down upcoming after that incomplete pass.
The intended receiver on the play.
They're running out of time and downs. It's time for them to call their best play before it's too late.
Here is a 3rd and long situation. Pressure coming. Rolling. And it's complete. Just about a 3-yard gain. And they hurry up to the line.
3-yard gain on the play.
Dropping back. They failed to get the first and turn it over on downs.
They needed to keep the ball and try to score. Maybe next time they may try something a little different from the playbook. The only way the defense could get the ball back is if they had all their timeouts. The offense just has to kneel down a few times, and this one's over.
Second and long coming up here.
That's the end of the game. The final score is Jacksonville 26, the away team 10.
This concludes another EA Sports presentation. For John Madden and Melissa Stark, this is Al Michaels saying so long.